Meanwhile, in Houston, a jeweler is coming forward with new surveillance video from the night Takeoff died.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
JayZ.
Patrick Clark, the man charged in the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff, is due in court tomorrow. Authorities say he was seen on camera firing.
I feel like we have a lot of pressure on us. So I feel like as women, we should just always uplift each other because we're always going through something.
And it was almost like, it was playful, but it's also almost like, man, he's coming, he's coming.
You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case.
Allegations against JayZ. All right, let's dive into this juicy gossip about JayZ and the wild accusations swirling around him. Jaguar Wright, known for stirring up controversy, has dropped a shocker claiming that JayZ has been pulling some seriously shady moves in the music industry. According to Wright, JayZ isn't just your average rapper-turned-mogul. He's allegedly been playing some real-life Game of Thrones to secure his spot at the top. So what's the tea? Well, Wright points fingers at JayZ, accusing him of being the puppet master behind the untimely demises of some notable names in the rap game. Takeoff, Big L, Nipsey Hussle, and Pimp C are all on her hit list of alleged victims. According to Wright, these weren't just tragic accidents or random acts of violence. They were part of JayZ's master plan to maintain his dominance in the music biz. Now, before you go grabbing your pitchforks, let's break this down. Wright's claims imply that JayZ didn't just stumble upon success, he allegedly orchestrated it.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
JayZ.
Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D-Haven, stole his life and identity.
By eliminating potential threats or competition through these alleged demises, JayZ supposedly created a smoother path for himself in the cutthroat world of hip-hop. It's like something straight out of a mob movie, except with platinum records instead of guns. But hold up, because things get even more scandalous. Wright suggests that JayZ wasn't just in it for the street cred, he had some serious business motives too. By eliminating rivals, he could strengthen his grip on the industry, whether it was by signing lucrative deals or gaining more control over artists and their careers. It's a chilling thought, imagining such Machiavellian tactics at play behind the scenes of the music we love. Now let's pump the brakes for a second. These are just allegations, folks. There's no concrete evidence to support Wright's claims, and JayZ has adamantly denied any involvement in such sinister schemes. But hey, in the world of celebrity gossip and industry drama, anything's possible, right? So as we sip our tea and await the next chapter in this unfolding saga, one thing's for sure, the hip-hop world is never short on drama. And whether these allegations are fact or fiction, they've certainly got everyone talking.
Finally, we have part one of our exclusive interview with music mogul Sean JayZ Carter.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly.
You know, record labels would probably say, yo, you need a big hit. You need this. Let's go get.
Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case.
Takeoff's tragic demise. All right, we're diving into the murky waters surrounding Takeoff's tragic demise. A dice game organized by Jazz Prince, a figure known for his connections in the music industry. Sounds like a typical night out, right? Well, not exactly. Rumors have been just trying to unwind and have a good time, finds himself caught in the crossfire of chaos. And who's at the center of it all? None other than Jazz Prince, orchestrating the event like a sinister puppet master. But wait, it gets even juicier. Jaguar Wright, never one to shy away from controversy, drops a shocker implicating JayZ and his Rock Nation cronies in Takeoff's untimely demise.
Meanwhile, in Houston, a jeweler is coming forward with new surveillance video from the night Takeoff died.
Talking about why people are afraid to come forward, you mean like you? He wants to be the one.
He tells 11 Alive Takeoff, Quavo, and their entourage stopped by his store just hours before that shooting.
According to her, this wasn't just a tragic accident, it was part of a larger, more sinister plot. So what's the deal? Well, according to Wright, JayZ wasn't content with just dominating the music charts. He allegedly had his sights set on total industry domination, and he wasn't afraid to play dirty to get there. By eliminating potential threats like Takeoff, JayZ could tighten his grip on the rap game and squash any competition that dared to challenge his reign. Now, before you start crafting your conspiracy theories, let's pump the brakes for a second. These are just allegations, folks. There's no concrete evidence to support Wright's claims, and both JayZ and Roc Nation have vehemently denied any involvement in Takeoff's demise. But hey, in the world of hip-hop, where egos are as big as the beats, anything's possible, right? As we mourn the loss of Takeoff and grapple with the unanswered questions surrounding his demise, things for sure, the hip-hop world can be a dangerous place, where fame and fortune often come at a steep price. And whether or not there's any truth to these allegations, they've certainly shone a spotlight on the darker side of the industry.
Patrick Clark, the man charged in the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff, is due in court tomorrow. Authorities say he was seen on camera firing.
Patrick Clark is the man Houston police have charged with murder.
Marcelino, tomorrow Clark will formally go before a judge in a court appearance with his attorney here over a month.
He allegedly had plans to leave the country. Houston police say the 28-year-old Takeoff and Quavo were at a private party. Police said the party ended around 1 a.m., but the group gathered outside for more than an hour after the party ended.
Dice game controversy. Let's shine a spotlight on Jazz Prince and the dice game controversy that's got tongues wagging in Houston. Jazz Prince, a well-known figure in the music industry, is hosting these high-stakes dice games that are more like scenes from a gangster movie than a night out on the town. But here's the kicker. It's not all fun and games. These events come with a hefty price tag for protection, and rumors suggest they're a breeding ground for violence and tragedy. Now let's zoom in on Takeoff's tragic demise, which happened at one of these dice games. Cue the speculation and conspiracy theories. Was it just a random act of violence, or was there something more sinister at play? Questions swirl around the safety and legitimacy of these events, especially when they're organized by industry bigwigs like Jazz Prince. Some say they're nothing more than a front for shady dealings, while others believe they're just harmless fun. But when tragedy strikes, it's hard not to wonder if there's more to the story. So what's the deal with Jazz Prince and his dice games? Well, it's no secret that he's got connections in the music industry, and some say he uses these events to flex his power and influence. But at what cost? With rumors of exploitation and violence, it's clear that these dice games aren't your average night out. They're a high-stakes gamble where the odds are stacked against you. As the spotlight shines on Jazz Prince and his controversial gatherings, one thing's for sure, the hip-hop world is watching closely. Whether these events are just harmless fun or something more sinister remains to be seen. But one thing's for certain. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And until the truth comes to light, the dice will keep rolling and the controversy will continue to simmer. Megan Thee Stallion's career. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion and how she might be caught up in the tangled web of industry politics. Jaguar Wright dropped some shocking accusations linking JayZ to conflicts in Megan Thee Stallion's career.
It's not only as actors and actresses, but behind the scenes, producers, writers, all that. I'm like, I could do that too. I feel like we have a lot of pressure on us. So I feel like as women, we should just always uplift each other because we always going through something. I feel like I really wanted to get my degree, not just for myself. I really wanted to get it for my mom and my grandma. And I feel like they should be able to see another side of me. Besides being the hot girl coach, I really want to become a director.
According to Wright, JayZ wasn't just minding his own business. He allegedly had his hands in Megan's career, pulling strings behind the scenes. Now here's where things get interesting. Wright suggests that JayZ's alleged actions weren't just about advancing his own interests. They were part of a larger power play involving industry heavyweights like Jay Prince. The implication? Megan Thee Stallion might be just a pawn in a much bigger game where industry disputes and personal agendas collide. But hold up, because we're just scratching the surface here. Wright's claims hint at a deeper network of manipulation within the music industry, where artists like Megan Thee Stallion are at the mercy of powerful figures pulling the strings. It's a chilling thought, imagining such Machiavellian tactics at play in an industry built on creativity and self-expression. So what does this mean for Megan Thee Stallion and her career? Well, it's hard to say for sure. On one hand, she's a talented artist with a bright future ahead of her. But on the other hand, if Wright's allegations are true, she might be facing an uphill battle against forces beyond her control. As the spotlight shines on Megan Thee Stallion and the shady dealings of the music industry, one thing's for sure. The truth is stranger than fiction. And until we get to the bottom of this tangled web of industry politics, we'll never know who's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Untimely demises in hip-hop. Let's shine a light on the darker side of hip-hop, where untimely demises paint a troubling picture of power dynamics and exploitation. A string of tragedies rock the hip-hop world, leaving fans and insiders scratching their heads and asking some tough questions. Now let's zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture. The hip-hop industry isn't just about flashy beats and chart-topping hits. It's also a high-stakes game where competition is fierce and the stakes are sky-high.
Many times on the tour, but honestly, when I walked in this room and just take a look at all of the visuals of you up there.
And it was almost like, it was playful, but it's also almost like, man, he's coming, he's coming. So the first song I made for this album was Streets Is Watching. That's the last song I played for Biggie.
Hard Knock
It's the
Life.
most important album because it was the album where I honed my craft as a songwriter.
But as Jaguar Wright's allegations suggest, there's a darker side to this world where jealousy and rivalry can lead to tragic outcomes for artists. So what's really going on here? Well, it's hard to say for sure, but one thing's for certain, the hip-hop world is no stranger to controversy. From feuds between artists to behind-the-scenes power struggles, there's always something brewing beneath the surface. Now let's talk about Wright's allegations. According to her, these untimely demises aren't just random tragedies, they're part of a larger pattern of exploitation and manipulation within the music industry. It's a chilling thought, imagining such sinister motives at play in an industry built on creativity and self-expression. But here's the thing, until we have concrete evidence to support these claims, they're just speculation. And while they may add fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories, they also raise important questions about the darker side of the music business. As the hip-hop community grapples with these unsettling revelations, one thing's for sure, the truth is out there waiting to be uncovered. And until we confront the uncomfortable realities of power and exploitation in the music industry, these tragedies will continue to haunt us, casting a shadow over the bright lights of the hip-hop world. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.